Hello guys, Costa here, and today I'm going to be making a video on the AQA AS Computer Science exam, which will be coming up very soon. And one of the papers you have to look at is a skeleton program, and they'll ask questions on tweaking it and creating different stuff, making changes, etc. to the code. And I'll be doing a series of hypothetical tasks which you could do with the code, which you could do with the game. This is a game, and how you would answer that hypothetical question. For this video series will have to remain private on YouTube, unfortunately, because the exam board has regulations on the exam. They say that the preliminary material, including the skeleton code, is to be seen by candidates and their teachers only for the use during preparation for the examination on Monday, the 6th of June 2016. It cannot be used by anyone else for any other purpose other than stated in the instructions issued. So basically, me as a candidate, I can use this code. However, I cannot distribute this code until the exam is over. So only after Monday, this is June, is I can distribute this material if I wish to. So unfortunately, I can only distribute this to candidates who are doing the AQA exam, and so therefore I cannot put this publicly on YouTube. It'll have to be private, and only some people I know are taking the exam will be available to see this. However, after the exam, you will be able to also see this. Everyone will be able to see this because I'll make it public after the exam. So, and this will be for the whole series I'm making. For today's video, we're going to be focusing on one task, and I'll be doing that. I'll be doing the tasks for task each video. Each video will be a different task, which I'll be looking at on how to do. One task that I'm going to start with is validating the row and columns. Now, if you have no idea what I'm saying, let me just demonstrate this to you. So when we run over here the code, we get main menu, and let's say we want to start a new game, press it run. And this game is, if you're not familiar, surely the candidates who are doing the exam should be familiar already. This is a warship or battleship game. The exam book calls it warship, it's battleships. And a board appears, and you must enter a column and a row to try and hit an aircraft carrier, battleship, submarine, destroyer, and patrol boat. That's the aim of the game. Destroy all the ships, and then you won. So we have to guess where they are, basically. So let's enter column 2, and let's put row 8. And there's a miss. But the task is to validate the column and row. Why validate it? Because currently, with the game, is if you input anything greater than 9, which if you input anything greater than 9, nothing happens really. It doesn't give you any message saying it's invalid or whatever. It doesn't say that you can't do that. Or if you put anything less than 0, again, it doesn't say that you can't do that or whatever. When it should, because you should only be able to input a number between 0 and 9. That should be the only possible range for column and row. So let's imagine. Let's put 10. Let's put 15. It gives you this error message, right? It doesn't let you do it. It just brings up, index error, list index out of range. Now, we could try and solve this many ways. I think the simplest way is just doing a couple of if statements. And we will do this is where the column and row is asked for. So, the column and row is actually the first subroutine already in the skeleton program. And all you just need to do is add some if statements to make sure the user does not enter that. Enter anything less than 0 or greater than 9. So what I think would be best if we put this under a while loop. Put this under a while loop, and we just indent all of this part, and we say if column. So if column or row, actually no, if column is greater than 9, or column is less than 0, then print invalid column. You must enter a number between 0 to 9. If row is greater than 9, or row is less than 0, print invalid row. You must enter a number between 0 to 9. And else, so if it is between, obviously, else we just break, which we get out of the while loop and is successful. So let's try this. So let's put minus 2 and 5. So it says invalid column. You must enter a number. Sorry, that is a miss, but still put minus 2. Still counted for some reason. And that, yeah. As you can see, it still says sorry, minus 2 is a miss. For some reason, that still counted it. Interesting. Over here, there was no issue. Over here, it said invalid, and this one didn't. So there seems to be an issue with the column. If column is greater than 9, or if column is less than 0. So the issue is that the invalid column is working, but because the row is between 0 to 9, it still runs it. It doesn't put invalid row. It goes into else. So I would say we're going to choose this up a bit. We can say we can also put this over here, but then we're going to put an if statement over here. So if it's this, let's see if this is going to make a difference. Let's run this. 3 and 4. Invalid column, and see it asks again. But let's see what first enter it again. Column 2 alpha say now minus 9. Invalid row. Let's say 0 and 0. That's fine, because 0 and 0 exists. Now if I'd say 10, 10. Yeah, so that works fine. So the invalid row and column seem to work fine. But that's when you look at numbers. Let's say the user inputted A. There's again another error here. There's an invalid literal for int with base 10A. Basically, A is not an integer. So, how do we change this? Well, one way is just simply just do this. Is if we were to not make this an int. Actually, yeah. Actually, while true, we could actually say, yeah, let's actually, you know what? I know what we can do. We can say another while loop, actually. I want for while loops, why not? Just put this inside of here. Oh, I could just have, I can still just have an if statement over here as well. Actually. Yeah, could have that. Yeah, or I should keep that. How many ways you could tackle how many ways you could actually just tackle the issue? I'll show you. If column and row, if column is dot is digit equals true. If column is a digit, then make an integer, please. and actually, if it's not, so that I could then import, so that I could state print column, and we'll just say here, yeah, we'll just actually just repeat the same thing over here actually. Or I could actually just put it here as well. Yeah, if I could put this, but then you won't be able to see if it's great or not because there'll be a string. So yeah, we'll leave that. We've got this. And if column is integer, if column, or actually, or the row is equals false, then what we'll do, it will just do that. If it's the column, that's the issue. Print out the column as the issue, and it's row, that's the issue. Just print out the row as the issue. And we'll just put an else here, else. I can't really do an else over here, can I? Maybe I could do an else over here actually. Else on this if segment really. Else column will convert to an integer, and so will the row. Oh, unexpected. Oh, because we got this one from here. Now let's run this. Start new game. A. Still giving us an error. Oh, because I did not do this. A. That still gives us an error because it's still going through over here. Yeah, I think, you know what? Let me just put this into another while loop. I feel like that's just best. Let's just put that into another while loop. You know? We'll put that there. And we could just say that. Just make sure it's been indented correctly. It looks like it has. And then we just break and just go on to the second while loop. Might as well. Just do it like that for simplicity. There's a column. Because we've not asked for the inputs. Oops. Yeah. So we do that. So we must do that. And there we go. Start new game. So A, invalid. We must enter a number. 3 and 5. And there we go, that works. Okay, that'll be it for this video. So for this video, we managed to validate the columns, making sure that you must enter between 0 and 9. We've also made it so letters do not work, and that should also include symbols as well. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Goodbye.